What's going on, guys? So, the Q8FN, how is it? Is it worth your time? Is it all it was cracked up to be? I'm going to tell you right now, this is the best TV I've ever owned. It is basically if the Sony X930E and the OLED came together and had a secret love child. This is brilliant. Contrast is the best I've ever seen on any TV, and the best I've ever owned for sure. It's spectacular what they were pulling off. Like, you guys can go back to my buyer's guide where I was geeking out on this TV, and it's more of the same times 10 million, because now I have the ability to see it with my stuff, and I have the ability to tune it the way I like a TV to look, and it's just on a whole nother level when I'm not doing it for somebody else. And I'm telling you right now, this TV right here is what everybody should be buying in 2018. It is. That's not a Samsung approved statement. I don't work for them. I could care less about how they feel about what I say or how anyone else perceives what I say. It is just factual information to say colors are flying off the screen, black levels, contrast. Look at the transitions, guys. This is at ISO 125 on my camera, because if I go any higher than 125, you're going to be overexposing all of the detail in this image. This is a beautiful display. I mean, look at the contrast in those mountains. My God, the contrast. Like, you don't get this out of an LED that's not performing better than OLED. And there are a lot of OLED owners out there that are going to see this video and they're going to take it to heart and take it personal. Look, I'm not attacking OLED, but I'm telling you, OLED is not better than this TV. I've seen it. I've got proof of owning it on this channel. Not better. It just isn't. ABL restricts the contrast too much. Therefore, it does not have perfect contrast. It doesn't. It can't get equally bright as it can dark, and as a result, you're missing out on the highlight detail, the pure highlight detail that you're getting when you go to the brightest scenes, and it's really unfortunate. Like, look at the sun blasting in through those clouds, over the horizon, that tight line on the horizon, like water droplets here, like just being illuminated. Everything comes through so beautifully, and this is what it's all about, guys. Now, I know YouTube's going to probably make colors look artificial, or maybe, you know, make things look the way it's not supposed to. Because again, this is a second-hand feed, and I have no real way to show you 100% representations of color accuracy. But what I do have the ability to tell you is, if you're on the fence at all, right? If you're like, yo, should I get the 930 or should I get the Q8FN? You should be getting yourself the Q8FN hands down all day, every day of the week, because this is what TV was meant to be. Like, coming from the 930, there are zero regrets. I would have been pissed off if I would have kept it, and I would have ever, you know, owned this TV even on a part-time basis for the channel and realized that this is what it looks like. I would have been pissed off and would have tried to return it. And if I would have been out of my return window, I'd have been very salty. So I understand why there are a lot of people attacking the channel as of late, because it hurts their pride to know that there is something out there that not only is better, but is so substantially better that a guy like me is coming out and saying, you should be buying this because this is the real deal, because they're going to feel like, you know, they just got stuck with something that's yesterday's news. And unfortunately to say, that is basically what happened with OLED. That is what happened with older 900Es and 930s and KS8000s. Does that mean that they're bad TVs? Of course not. But this is better. And when something is better, I will come out and tell you something is better. The Q7 was not better. The Q6 was not better. And people got angry when I reported on that, honestly. There is always going to be somebody that's not going to agree or like with what you say, and that's fine. But what I will tell you is, you've got to understand, my track record is here. When Samsung has a bad TV, I show you. I tell you. I've got pictures of Q6 blooming. But this, guys, this right here is more than I bargained for. I've never in a million years thought a television would be able to replicate the real world so close to true form. I mean, if you can't see the contrast through YouTube, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, this is unbelievable stuff. The Samsung is just blowing any expectation I had for my television experience away, and I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I've been watching movies like crazy, and it's going to sound really messed up, but truthfully, I've just been enjoying my TV for the last couple of days and haven't even really thought about making videos yet, because I just want to just soak it all in and really experience what it is to own such a fantastic television performing with these new HDR Plus settings on such a high level. So I'm going to give you guys the HDR Plus settings in a different video, so that obviously the video doesn't run on too long or people don't, see it because, they skip around or whatever. But essentially, guys, Yes, it's worth it. Yes, you should do it. If you're on the fence, don't be. How does this compare to the Q7, the Q6, the 930, the 900F? All those questions I get on a regular basis, this is better. I've seen all of those TVs. This is better. There's a television that will destroy this TV, and it's the upper model, the Q9FN. And if you have the money for that, do it, because it's even better. But if you really don't feel like spending $3 grand on a television, this is going to get you so close to the Q9FN that there really isn't a point to spending that kind of money on the Q9FN, especially if you turn on a light. I've seen reports, now I must address this before I end the video, I've seen reports of this TV only being 500 nits on a 100% window on a sustained average, and that's a damn lie, okay? This TV on average maintains anywhere from 800 nits to 900 nits. It is a very bright TV. And that's with brightness maxed out, of course, not, you know, putting it in movie mode, which tends to be the dimmest mode. And if you put it in natural mode, things just get incredibly bright. You turn on HDR Plus and tweak the settings a bit, you know, then you see an average of about 700 nits. And it's glorious. This TV is a ballet of color, a ballet of beauty, a ballet of sharpness, a ballet of everything most TV owners are looking for and are being misled because there's a giant campaign to keep OLED alive by the plasma guys that are, quite frankly, salty that plasma went away, and OLED's the closest thing to plasma, and they're not trying to lose it. But that only hurts it when you see, scene for scene, this looks better. It does. And if you've ever asked any of your AV professionals to put an OLED next to a Q8FN and actually lock in my settings with it, I promise you, the results would be so absolutely staggeringly amazing that nobody would buy an OLED ever, which is why they would never do it. They would never optimize a TV to show you what the LED could do because it's, I mean, God, like my God. Guys, I've been doing this for years, but look at this shit. Like, this is just, I'm going on 7 minutes telling you how amazing picture quality is. This is not a commercial. You can't fake raw emotion and happiness and excitement for something you own, and that's what I've got here for you guys today. And I really truly hope that this contrast, this peak brightness, these deep black levels, these colors are flying off at you in a way that you can experience it through YouTube in a way that's meaningful for you, because you're gonna read a lot, especially now that we're near Black Friday. And, you know, even shortly after that, when we get into the new year and TVs start getting lower in price and become a lot more affordable, you'll be hearing a lot about these TVs again. And it's going to come back up. Should you buy it? What's the deal on these TVs? You're going to need somebody to be thorough with you. And all I can tell you from one person to another, you know, as you sit behind the screen and watch this video, is this is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you've been waiting for. Do it. Reach out and grab it. Like, this is it. Like, I can't put it in. I mean, like, the contrast, damn. I wish I could bring you guys here in person and show you, but you're just gonna have to experience this level of quality if you take my word for it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the video. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I'll probably put out those settings in the next video. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.